welcome to my channel Chamundeshwari Competitive Classes. In this video, we are discussing the topic named History of RBI, History of Reserve Bank of India. To understand history of RBI, we need to understand many questions like why it is established, when it is established, because of what reason it came into existence. Okay, let us know by starting the question why it is established. Okay, so let us see from the independence onwards. Our independence is came in the year 1947, right? So before independence, there is existence of banks, but before independence, there is no government existed. Officially, there is no government existed. At that time, there is only one government. What is that? British government. Am I right? British government is there, and India is also called as British India, right? But now, after independence, it is a normal India with a proper government and proper legislature, right? So, before existence of all these banks are existed, those banks are of two types. One is Indian banks, which are also called as Swadeshi banks, and another one is foreign banks, which are known as Videshi banks. So, government is not there, but banks are existed. So, these banks will be public sector or private sector? Answer is private sector. Yes. So, these banks are private sector banks. Always, private people are aimed for profits. Am I right? So, to earn these profits, majority of the banking sector was situated in the urban areas of India, means cities. All these banks are established at urban areas. Okay, because of that, what happened? All the profits earned by the private banks, these kept at developed country. These profits are kept at developed countries. Okay, this is one aspect. Let us see the second one. What was that? In our India, from the period 1906 to 1911, there happened a thing. What was that movement called? Swadeshi movement. Swadeshi movement. Okay. In this Swadeshi movement, what is the main motive is establishment of any entity or establishment of things by Indians itself, not encouraging the foreigners, right? So here, many of the industrial persons, most of the richest persons are invested in the financial sectors by establishing banking entities. So, lot of banks was established at this time by industrial persons, etc. So now, let's see. All these banks was established at Swadeshi movement. This is the second point. Now, what is the third point? What is the third point is from 1913 to 1917. From 1913 to 1917, because of World War I and II, because of World War I and II, a crisis arose, financial crisis arose. That may be called by the name called recession. Okay. So here, because of this crisis, whatever the profits our banks kept in the developed countries became zero. Became zero. Whose money is this? Indian people, of course. Indian people's money is this. What happened? Because of the crisis in the developed countries, this became zero. So, here, who are the sufferers? Indian people are the sufferers. So, here comes a idea to our members of government, which is not official members. Later, after independence, they became official. But before, after Swadeshi movement, our government is getting strengthened day by day because of many movements. So here, our government persons who are there, they appeal to British government that we need a committee on this issue, on this financial issue. We need a committee. Okay, so British government approved to form that committee. So that committee was formed in the year, that committee was formed in the year 1921. So this committee understand various issues in our Indian economy, and then what they did is the committee given report. The committee given report in the year 1926. Then comes the question that, ma'am, what is the committee name? So that committee name is John Hilton Young Committee. John Hilton Young Committee, which is also called by the name Royal Commission, which is also called by the name Royal Commission. So whatever the report they are given in the year 1926, what was that report means? India made a central banking entity to control all these financial issues. Okay, this report was placed in the Legislative Assembly in the year 1927, soon after getting this report. Okay, but at that time this bill was got rejected. Again it was placed in the assembly in the year 1933, and this bill got approved in that year. After approval of this bill, RBI Act came into existence. Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 was formed. Reserve Bank of India Act 1934 was formed. This Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, after this, RBI came into existence in the year 1st April 1935. The day when RBI established, 1st April 1935. At the time of establishment, the headquarters of RBI was situated in Calcutta. The headquarters of RBI is situated in Calcutta. Later, this headquarters of RBI permanently shifted to Mumbai in the year 1937. So, at the time of RBI establishment, means 1st April 1935, RBI established with a authorized capital of 500 crores with a private persons. Okay, so later RBI was nationalized in the year 1st January 1949 by Government of India. Nationalization of RBI was taken place in 1st January 1949. As per which law? Means as per Transfer of Ownership Act. As per Transfer of Ownership Act 1948. As per Transfer of Ownership Act 1948. So here comes a question, another question, that what is the meaning of authorized capital? So this authorized capital meaning was specified in the Companies Act 2013, that the maximum permissible capital of an organization situated in the legal documents of a company. What was that? The maximum permissible capital of an organization situated or presented in the legal documents of the organization is called as authorized capital. What are the legal documents of the organization, nothing but memorandum of association and articles of association are considered as legal documents of the company. So RBI established in the year 1st April 1935. RBI nationalized in the year 1st January 1949. Everyone in examination they will do a blunder mistake that establishment is in a financial year, right, April. So they will treat this nationalization also in a financial year and they will do this mistake like 1st April 1949. This was a blunder. RBI nationalized on 1st January 1949 as per which act? As per Transfer of Ownership Act 1948. So, this is the history of RBI in brief. Why it is established, when it is established, by whom it is established, with how much amount it will be, it was established. Okay? Hope you like my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you have any doubts, then drop me a comment in the comment section and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notifications. Thanks for watching.